Morning. At the trailhead for the Cathedral Tree Trail, or the Richard Fensack Cathedral Tree Trail. The trail appears to be open, and this is a short trail, but an interesting one, and I hope you'll enjoy it, so come along. Let's hike together. This is the start of our trail, and you'll notice that we have a sign here warning us of different dangers. Probably the biggest one that we might face is slippery surfaces. So in those areas, we'll watch our step, but let's get started. Trail starts out on pretty nice gravel pavement. We're coming up on a little bit of a hill here, and again, this is mostly uphill. When we get about the midway, it'll level off a little bit, and then it'll be uphill again. There are a few of these big old logs along the trail as we hike. Here's another old log, and we should have a sign here telling us, yep, that log tree when it fell was 225 years old. Here's one of the interesting things about this trail is we have stairs and a boardwalk. It's put in, I'm sure, to keep us out of the swampy areas. This is something you actually have to really watch when you're coming down the trail, because it can be pretty slippery. A lot of these old spruce trees in here. And right up here we'll come to a little intersection. And to the right will take us up toward the column. And this one to the left, we'll take it. It's going to lead us, to what we call the Cathedral Tree. And here we are at the Cathedral Tree. It's not a far walk from where that intersection was. And I guess they call it the Cathedral Tree because when you look at that, the way that it is on the bottom, it looks kind of like a cathedral. But it is a really good-sized spruce tree. And here we are back on the main trail. And we're just about done with our walkway. And you can see we do have some nice roots that we're going to have to go over. And this can get a bit muddy. And you can see up there we'll have another set of stairs that we get to go up. Watch your step and don't slip in the mud. Here we are, the trail's going to level out for a little while. The thing I love about hiking in the spring is just all the greenery that's out, the fresh green leaves. Oh, this is nice. Look, somebody put a boardwalk in here so we don't have to walk over this really swampy area. After we get across the boardwalk up here, then we start uphill again. But it's not too far till we get to the column once we hit this uphill spot. Look, we found some bleeding heart growing here along the trail. Got these stairs here and then we'll be right up at the column. That wasn't too bad, was it? And there's the column. We made it. Up here at the column have wonderful views of the Columbia River, the Astoria Bridge. It's a nice morning up here. This little platform's a new addition that they put in last year. Kind of nice, and when we get up here I'll give you the panoramic view. We do have some interpretive signs here telling about the Lewis and Clark expedition. But we come up here and look down. You can great view of the Columbia River from up here. Come over and we can see the bridge. See down toward Warrenton, the Youngs Bay Bridge. Let me bring it out here, because this canoe here, an old canoe of an old Indian chief. We'll just keep walking along here. You can see Youngs River. Come over here. Great view of Saddle Mountain this morning. Again, before we leave, there's our view of the column. Can't go up there right now, but when you can on clear days, you can see Mount St. Helens, you can see Mount Rainier from the top of the column. Didn't want to leave before I showed you that my Aunt Ev's name is up here in the bricks in the walkway around the column. She was taking care of a lady at the time that this paver project was done as a fundraiser, and the son of the lady she was taking care of purchased one for Ev. Kind of cool, huh? Well, time to head back to the car, but seeing that was a little bit slippery coming up and wouldn't want anyone to fall and get hurt, we're going to take a different way down. We'll go down, there's a trail to the college parking lot, and then we'll hit the road and go back down to Irving Street and come back that way. Watch your step down here too, because this is a pretty steep hill going down from the column. Just noticed on the way down the hill we got these daffodils that are growing just kind of sparse, but a few of them blooming along the hillside. Here we are just about at the bottom of the trail, and you can take the road down, but we're going to take this little short trail that brings us down to Clatsop Community College. This does get a little steep and might be a little slippery, but it is a short trail. Here we are on the trail. Okay, now we're on the steep part. And here we are at the parking lot of Clatsop Community College. And just before we get to the main building of the college, we'll take this trail that goes down, and it will bring us down to, I believe it's Jerome Street. Yes, here we are at Jerome, and the rest of this is going to be residential walking. But the nice thing about even the residential areas on this hill in Astoria is the great views of the river, and you can see we got a ship that's going upriver. Well, let's continue on. And here's Irving Street. Got a little ways to go yet before we're back to the car. This is a little bit longer going this way, but it's a whole lot better than sliding down the hill. Now here we're coming upon the new Irving Street Bridge. They built this bridge a few years back and did a really good job. It's a really nice bridge. We can look down and there's just a great view of the river from up here. There's the river pilot boat. There's the car. Just a little bit more and we'll be back. We can put this one in the books. Here we are back at the car. That's the Richard Fensack Cathedral Tree Trail. Hope you've enjoyed our hike, and let's do this again sometime.